it going in like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read it, nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work in mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit, wanna take the
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Rams, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Rams take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll begin by running the option. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A gain of 14 yards brings up third down.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. It's a quarterback sneak, and he will push forward and pick up the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
On 1st and 10, it's Samuel. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
16 more yards. That's another Rams first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Deebo Samuel, 29 yards. And the Rams are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert off of play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the side. After the the sack. It's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's going to be Samuel with a run. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 2nd down, here's Debo. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. We have read warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to...
It's all right, man. Cool. I be going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read it, nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When the members on and get it going, Donkey Kong. They got the hand out, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, nah, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. He's got a man, complete. There he goes, left side. A huge play there right off the bat. 65 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be caught. It's Cup. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, LA.
I think it's
say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Eckler now between the tackles. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's got room. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On the give, this is Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here's a give to Samuel.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. This will be fielded at the 17. For a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
It's Eckler again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
2nd and 2. Man open. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Christian Watson, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Daniil Hunter, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
for Debo here to start the drive. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Second and 15. Running right through him. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Brings up second and 5.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
That's good for Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. On the move past the 40. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Samuel.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
At the 36-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
They'll give it to Samuel.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drop for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A handoff for Samuel.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 19-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now they send a man in motion right. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Here's Samuel.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Deebo Samuel
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Rams have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. This is Samuel. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Debo. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Debo. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. Rohrwasser's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Rohrwasser made the field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Herbert going to throw.
He's going to let it fly.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Samuel.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. The Rams have won the Super Bowl.